Atletico Madrid now dictates play with 55 to 60% possession and fires 15 to 18 shots per game. Boost a lethal 2.0 plus goals per game and an XG of 1.8 plus. Once the master of destruction, it seems like El Cholo, aka Diego Simeone, has ripped up the old blueprint of 11 behind the ball. Simeone has become La Liga's most dangerous attacking force this season, rewriting his legacy while smashing Spanish football hierarchy and becoming one of La Liga's most lethal attacking strategists. Simeone's Atletico Madrid has been known for their defending for over a decade. They were known for holding on to the ball for around 45% during their games, while keeping their lines tight and hitting hard on counterattacks. This style of play has won them some serious silverware over the years, including 2 La Liga titles. Prior to this season, Atletico averaged only 1.5 goals per season, taking around 10 to 12 shots per game, with an XG of 1.2, thriving on discipline and suffocating opponents. Fast forward to 2024, Simeone managed to make a transformative change very fast, with the 3-5-2 or 4-3-3 formation depending on the opponent. So today, on Pitch Perspective, I will take a closer look at this tactical transformation of El Cholo, aka Diego Simeone, to see what all the hype is about. Let's dive in.
Well, before we can truly understand why Simeone change in tactics is such a big deal, we must understand his tactical foundation as a coach. Let me provide some context. When Diego Simeone took over Atletico Madrid in December 2011, he inherited a team struggling for identity and consistency. He wasted no time in instilling a defensive philosophy built on discipline, structure, and relentless work ethic. At the heart of his approach was the deep block, or Block 11, or in simple terms, 11 players behind the ball, a compact defensive shape that denied opponents space in dangerous areas. Unlike teams that pressed high, Atletico would sit deep, absorb pressure, and then strike with structured counterattacks, using quick transitions to exploit gaps left by attacking teams. Simeone also demanded aggressive pressing in key moments, especially when the opposition lost the ball in midfield, allowing Atletico to suffocate possession-based teams. His tactics turned Atletico into one of the toughest teams to break down in European football, making them a nightmare for even the most elite attacking sides. Simeone's defensive blueprint didn't just make Atletico difficult to beat, it made them winners. In the 2013-14 season, his side shocked the world by winning La Liga, ending Barcelona and Real Madrid's dominance with a rock-solid defense that conceded just 26 goals in 38 games. That same year, they reached the Champions League final, only losing in heartbreaking fashion to Real Madrid. The formula worked again in 2020-21 when Atletico lifted another La Liga title, this time edging out both Spanish giants while conceding just 25 goals, the best defensive record in the league. They also reached another Champions League final in 2016, proving that Simeone's philosophy wasn't just sustainable, but elite. His defensive system turned Atletico Madrid from an underdog into a European powerhouse, built on resilience, tactical intelligence, and an unbreakable team spirit. For years, Simeone's defensive system made Atletico Madrid one of the most feared teams in Europe. So why change? Well, football evolved and cracks started to show. High possession teams, particularly in the Champions League, began exploiting Atletico's deep block by stretching their shape and forcing them to defend for long periods without attacking outlets. Teams like Manchester City, Bayern Munich, and even La Liga rivals Real Madrid adapted by using positional play and quick ball circulation to break down Atletico's rigid defensive lines. This led to tactical stagnation, where Atletico struggled to control games against elite opposition, often relying on last-ditch defending rather than dictating play. As a result, their goal output dipped, and they found themselves dropping points in matches where they needed to be more proactive. Simeone, always a fierce competitor, realized that clinging to the past would leave Atletico behind in the modern game. A key factor in this shift was the evolution of Atletico's squad. The return of Antoine Griezmann gave the team a dynamic playmaker who could link midfield and attack, while the departure of João Felix, who never fully fit Simeone's rigid system, allowed for more tactical flexibility. The signings of Rodrigo de Paul, Julian Alvarez, and Alexander Sorloth also played a role, as de Paul's ability to control tempo, Alvarez's movement in attack, and Sorloth's direct style of play and ability to convert opportunities, majority of the time, gave Atletico a new offensive edge. Meanwhile, European football was moving toward more fluid attacking play, emphasizing high pressing, quick transitions, and versatility, styles embraced by clubs like Liverpool, Manchester City, and Napoli. Simeone adapted, implementing a more possession-based system, pressing higher up the pitch, and encouraging fullbacks to push forward. This shift allowed Atletico to increase their average possession from 45% to 55 to 60% and boost their shots per game from 10 to 12 to 15 to 18, proving that even one of football's most stubborn tacticians could evolve to dominate once again. Simeone's new attacking approach is built on more possession and control, a stark contrast to the deep block counter-attacking system that defined Atletico Madrid for over a decade. Instead of relying on defensive solidity and quick breaks, Atletico now builds from the back with structured possession, ensuring they dictate the tempo rather than react to their opponents. The shift to fluid attacking shapes, primarily a 3-5-2 or 4-3-3 setup, has allowed them to transition more effectively between defense and attack. With a three-man defensive base, wingbacks push higher, creating overloads in midfield and providing width, while a 4-3-3 system allows for greater attacking movement and interchanges between forwards. This has made Atletico more unpredictable and dangerous in the final third, as they now have multiple avenues to break down defenses rather than relying on direct counterattacks. A crucial element of this transformation has been increased pressing intensity. Instead of sitting deep, Atletico now wins the ball higher up the pitch, disrupting opponents before they can build attacks. This pressing is led by key figures like Antoine Griezmann, who thrives in a more creative role, dropping into pockets of space to orchestrate attacks. Rodrigo de Paul has become the midfield engine, controlling possession, dictating the rhythm, and linking defense to attack seamlessly. The addition of Julian Alvarez further enhanced their offensive link-up play, providing movement, pressing energy, and a clinical edge in front of goal. Also, Alexander Sorloth's energy, physicality, and direct play contributes to finishing attacks, capitalizing on the team's creative build-up to score goals. These changes have not only made Atletico more exciting to watch, but have also significantly increased their attacking output, averaging 2.0 plus goals per game and 15 to 18 shots per match, turning Simeone's side into one of the most dominant attacking forces in Spain. So yes, we now know Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone made this great change that has everyone buzzing in La Liga. But how does the actual statistics match up? Well, it's evident in their current La Liga performance. As of February 12, 2025, Atletico sits second in the league with 49 points, just 1 point behind Real Madrid and ahead of Barcelona by 1 point. This marks a significant improvement from previous seasons, where Atletico often trailed the top spots. Offensively, Atletico has seen a notable increase in their goal-scoring efficiency. In this current 2024 to 2025 season, they averaged 1.65 goals per game, scoring 78 times in 36 games in all competition, a substantial rise from the 1.5 goals per game in the 2011 to 2022 period. Their expected goals, XG per match, have also improved, reflecting a more potent attacking strategy. The team's XG per game stands at 1.58, indicating a higher quality of chances created compared to their previous average of 1.2 XG per game. Additionally, Atletico's pressing game has intensified, leading to more high turnovers and direct goal-scoring opportunities. They average 15.17 shots per match, up from 10 to 12 shots per game in earlier seasons, showcasing their increased offensive intent. These statistics underscore Atletico's evolution into a more dynamic and attacking force in Spanish football. While Diego Simeone's tactical shift has emphasized attacking football, he hasn't completely abandoned the defensive steel that defined his earlier Atletico Madrid era. Simeone understands the importance of tactical flexibility and pragmatism, particularly when facing elite attacking teams. Against opponents like Real Madrid or Manchester City, remnants of his classic Cholismo reappear. Atletico can still drop into a compact defensive shape, prioritizing organization and limiting space. techniques. They'll frustrate opponents with disciplined pressing, well-timed tackles, and the kind of grit that makes them notoriously difficult to break down. This adaptability allows Simeone to tailor his approach to the specific challenge, maximizing his team's chances of success regardless of the opponent's strengths. It's not about choosing one style over the other, but rather having a diverse tactical toolbox to draw from. This blend of old and new is crucial to Atletico's current success. Simeone has masterfully found a balance between defensive solidity and offensive risk-taking. While the team is now encouraged to attack with greater freedom, they haven't become reckless. There's still a clear structure and organization, especially in defensive transitions. Players understand their responsibilities and the importance of tracking back and recovering possession. This foundation of defensive discipline allows the attacking players to express themselves without leaving the team completely exposed. It's a calculated risk, with the understanding that even when pushing forward, the team must remain compact and aware of potential counterattacks. This careful calibration of risk and reward is what makes Simeone's current Atletico side so dangerous. They're capable of both suffocating opponents defensively and unleashing devastating attacking waves. Atletico Madrid's attacking resurgence under Simeone has sent shockwaves through La Liga, reigniting their challenge to the established dominance of Real Madrid and Barcelona. Their improved offensive output has allowed them to consistently compete with the big boys, disrupting the usual two-horse race. This newfound attacking prowess also translates directly to their European ambitions. In the Champions League, Atletico are now a far more dangerous opponent. Their ability to score multiple goals and control possession makes them less reliant on grinding out narrow victories, increasing their chances of progressing deep into the tournament. Opponents now have to contend with not only Atletico's renowned defensive resilience, but also a dynamic and unpredictable attack, making them a true contender for the ultimate prize in European football. This transformation has re-established Atletico as a major force both domestically and internationally.
So there you have it, folks. Diego Simeone's tactical evolution at Atlético Madrid marks a significant turning point in his career, solidifying his status as not just a defensive genius, but as a complete and adaptable tactician. He has proven that he can evolve and innovate, blending his trademark defensive solidity with a dynamic attacking approach. This new Simeone 2.0 has transformed Atletico Madrid to a genuine attacking threat in both La Liga and the Champions League, making them a consistent title contender and a team nobody wants to face. Their future looks bright with a balanced squad capable of competing at the highest level. This tactical shift isn't just a tweak, it's a fundamental change that has redefined Atletico's identity and re-established them among Europe's elite football clubs. What do you think about Simeone's transformation? Is he the most adaptable manager in modern football? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and hit that notification bell if you do not want to miss my next video. And adios.